Hi, William.
What? Not now, Caitlin. Go away.
That's a bit rude. I only said good morning.
Sorry, that was rude. I apologise. It's just that I've got a lot on my mind.
What's the matter?
Well, I just don't know if I'll get there.
If you'll ever get where?
You know, I just don't know if I'll ever reach the destination.
What destination? What are you talking about?
I mean, I don't know if I'll ever be good enough to be a proper Christian. It's just that I feel there's so much that I don't know.
Ah, I see.
You see what?
Well, last month you were trying to work out what the minimum was that you could get away with and still be acceptable to God. And now you've gone to the opposite extreme.
The opposite extreme.
Yes, you are now trying to do everything possible to be acceptable and realize that you can't do it. You're just swinging from one extreme to the other.
Look, this is not my fault. I don't write these scripts.
Whatever. Let's get back to the point.
Well, my point, or shall I say, my point in this script is that there's all this stuff that we were meant to learn, remember, and do, and all the expectations of what it means to be a Christian. And I just don't think I can ever measure up.
What do you think Jesus says about being a Christian?
I guess he must say loads about it, but I don't know where to begin. I mean, the Bible is so big.
It might surprise you know that I've memorized everything that Jesus says about what it means to be a Christian.
What? Everything is that something that you have to do at high school?
No, I did it myself, just for fun.
You memorized everything that Jesus said about a Christian just for fun?
Yep, didn't take me long.
I don't believe it. Go on then, tell me one thing that you've memorized that Jesus says about being a Christian.
I can do better than that. I now recite everything that Jesus says about being a Christian.
Don't believe it. Go on then.
Okay, concentrate now, because you don't want to miss anything.
Yeah, right.
Seriously, I can recite everything that Jesus says about being a Christian.
Stop talking about it and just do it, will you?
Okay, I'm just going to close my eyes to bring it all back into my mind, and then you count to 3 and I'll recite it all.
Right, 1, 2, 3, go.
There, did you get all of that?
What, you didn't say anything?
Exactly.
What do you mean, exactly? You were going to recite everything that Jesus said about being a Christian, but you said nothing.
Exactly, I remembered it all correctly.
Sorry, I don't get it.
This thing is that Jesus never said anything about being a Christian.
What? He didn't?
No, nothing at all. He said nothing about being a Christian. He never even invited people to become Christians. However, he did invite people to follow him and become his disciples.
What? Isn't that the same thing?
No, it isn't. At least not the way that many people define it. Lots of people define a Christian as someone who believes in Jesus. Some people say that you have to say a certain prayer to be a Christian, or that there are certain standards or belief and behavior you have to attain in order to become a Christian.
Okay, so what is a disciple then?
A disciple is different. You can start as a disciple with zero knowledge or understanding. Disciples are like apprentices to Jesus. They don't know it all, but they are learning more all the time. Jesus welcomes anyone who wants to learn, no matter what they believe. And the more time they spend with Jesus, the more they learn and grow.
But they must get to a point when they arrive and they finally get there.
No, even St. Paul, who was one Jesus' most dedicated follower, wrote, "I press on towards the goal," because he knew he hadn't arrived yet.
You mean it's like a journey that takes forever? Like driving down to Cornwall on a busy bank holiday?
No, it's not like that, because the whole point of discipleship is the journey. It's not about arriving, but it is about becoming.
Becoming?
Because there is always more to learn. You never arrive, but you can become more of who you would be. could be, more of who God calls you to be.
Are you saying that it doesn't matter how much I know?
Absolutely right. It does not matter how much or how little you know. Jesus loves and accepts everyone just as they are, but he loves us too much to just leave us there. So he calls us to become more of who we could be.
Okay, so how do I become a disciple?
That's easy. Jesus is always recruiting. Just accept his invitation to follow him.
But aren't there like a millions of things I need to know and do?
No, it all boils down to 3 areas where Jesus taught his disciples to become more of who they could be. And it doesn't matter how much you know about them or practice them now. Jesus invites us all on a journey to explore these 3 areas with him and become more of who he calls us to be in each of them.
Just 3 things.
Yes, and those 3 things are in the 2 Bible readings we have today. And the same 3 things are in the 3 videos we're going to watch that look back over all that's happened in 2020.
Oh no, you mean I've got to pay attention?
Not at all. You don't have to do anything, but if you want the joy and the peace and the love and the hope that there is in being a disciple of Jesus, then it was worth listening carefully.
Look, I'm really serious about this discipleship stuff. But is there a different track I could take? Is there a track which would mean I don't have to pay that much attention? I mean, what's the minimum attention I could get away with and still be a disciple?
And so the pendulum swings back again.